Hello.
Hello, Gata.
It's Regrettably's Arthur and Bridget plus Cat.
Plus Cat. That is Kinklefritz.
What an incredible name.
So her name was Kink when we received her because she has that bend in her tail.
Mm-hmm.
So they named her Kink. And at some point, we just expanded it to Kinklefritz.
Incredible.
And then we adopted another abandoned cat named Bella, who we extended her name to Bellatrix.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
I love it. Shall we dive right in?
Oh, yeah.
No pun. Actually, you know what? Yeah, pun fully intended.
Absolutely intended.
Pun fully intended.
100.
We are talking about The Abyss, 1989, James Cameron.
Yeah. So James Cameron loves the bottom of the ocean.
He wants to get down there so badly.
Yeah. Like, what Cthulhu praise is happening here?
Yeah. He's just going to keep making movies if it means he gets to go to the bottom of the ocean.
Right. Like, I'm surprised that none of the Avatar movies have come back to Earth and gone to the bottom of the ocean on Earth. Mm-hmm. We find out like the Na'vi are originally. I've never seen the Avatar.
I saw the one. See, here's the thing: the only good one was when it was the pinnacle of technology in the theater.
I don't think it really was.
Or like it looked like that. I guess. Or it was billed as that.
Yeah, it was billed as that.
Billed as
we'll say that.
Technology. That was the only time to see it.
Yeah. Well, it's that. There's really no. So here's the thing. When I picked this movie, this is marked as sci-fi everywhere you go. It is ostensibly like pinnacle sci-fi, must-watch sci-fi, right? But as I rewatched it, I remembered that there's just nostalgia to the sci-fi parts. But really,
there's not a lot of science fiction happening here.
The only part of that actually even ends up being science-y fiction is the very last 5 minutes. But if you want to include the beings throughout the whole movie as being science fiction, then they happen in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Then 30 minutes later. Mm-hmm. Then 30 minutes after that. And then not for an hour until the end. And each of those times, they're only on screen for a minute or two.
Yeah. I will say, the science fiction aspect, I think, is oversold.
Very much. You know what's the most science fiction about this? Is when they're swimming that deep in the water with no suits on, and they don't immediately die of pressure or hypothermia. But they're even addressing how deep they are and how traumatic it is for people.
Which, like, becomes relevant later. You kind of need that in there. But they just ignore it when it gets to
if you remove all of the science fiction, which is almost more fantasy, out of this movie is an excellent thriller, a suspense thriller. Like the nuclear sub goes missing, a Navy SEAL team hijacks the deep oil rig. The pressure gets to them, and they start hallucinating and thinking things are happening. Which I think
if you played that up a little bit more, great
you have a great thriller. This is dope. There's no escape because you're stuck in the bottom of the ocean.
Exactly.
And there's a hurricane above. This is perfect for that. But there's literally 7 minutes total of sci-fi in the whole movie.
Just about.
And that's if you're willing to accept that that's sci-fi. They never established that they're actually aliens.
No, they just make them look weird, and they're like,
they don't look that weird. They look like jellyfish people.
They look like, what is it? You can watch in Animal Crossing.
I don't play that, so I don't know.
Oh, but it's like it has some fun, whimsical name, fairy or something.
Okay, they look like sea fairies.
And it's one of those like clear organisms that is bioluminescent and like lives in the water. And that's exactly what our aliens here look like.
So
they just look like deep sea creatures.
The last scene in that last 10 minutes movie where you see them the most.
You can't really make out what this is, which is sad, but we've got a boat and everything.
Look, it's like a little research ship. There's a helicopter, there's a crane, it's broken. There's some submarines back there. I do what I can. It's not a lot, but I do what I can. Do have a projector. I can project something on the back of them.
That'd be kind of fun. I mean, we have a perfect.
Right there, just a small thing with that right there.
I like it.
Yeah, so in that last part, where we get the most of them, 5 of the 7 minutes that are in the movie, I refer to that as Jellyfish Jesus resurrects Bud and takes him to deep sea Atlantis heaven.
Something like that.
And then saves everybody and brings them all up to surface. And again, when we're in there, did they establish this was an alien vessel?
Nope,
we never see it coming in
under the water.
What if it's just a developed civilization of jellyfish people? I don't understand why they have to be aliens. Well, they don't even call them aliens. They call them non-terrestrial life forms, which is technically true. They aren't terrestrial. They are aquatic.
I guess I'll let him have it.
It's not what the term generally argues.
Yeah. Nice.
Helicopters. Did you know
that guy from fucking Schitt's Creek?
That guy from so many things that you didn't realize till you found something you liked him in and then saw him everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 700 acting credits. It's insanity.
Yeah, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's in a shit.
Fucking everything.
Mm-hmm. And it took me forever to pin that. I was watching this the first time. I was watching it with Kyle, and then towards the end of the movie, I was just like, "Oh my god!"
It's one of those characters I see mostly in goofy stuff though. So when I see him in a serious thing, I'm like,
"Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know about that."
He does fine, but it's just I'm inundated with his goofiness elsewhere.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I didn't like this guy from the beginning. This coffee.
You weren't meant to.
Fellow.
Yeah.
His fuck ass mustache gave me bad vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's evil Kyle Reese, I guess.
Sure, we'll call it that.
Why can't I remember his name? Michael B.
The name means nothing to me.
It's Kyle Reese in Terminator. He's in 100,000 things.
Noted.
Almost always plays a soldier of some kind. It's just like he made a career out of being a tough guy soldier. It's fine if you're good at something.
Why not?
Is that? I just realized that's the chief of medicine on Scrubs.
Oh, I never watched Scrubs. I'm so sorry.
What to do with you. I genuinely don't know what to do with you sometimes.
I'm sorry for being a child.
Oh my god. It's definitely watchable.
I will get there eventually. I am halfway through the second season of the X-Files right now, and I'm loving it. Have seen that one before. This is a rewatch with Kyle.
Right. So yeah, for this movie,
I will say, this must have cost a fucking fortune.
Well, yeah, this is the same guy who spent most of the budget on Titanic, on taking a trip down to the Titanic,
down to the bottom
that
of the
he
ocean.
had to personally go on for some reason.
Yeah, just to check it. Gotta make sure it's accurate. Make sure the director has as much information as possible.
This is what blows my mind: is people reinventing the wheel. Mm-hmm. We have submarines that can get down to the Titanic and not implode.
Have you seen that people are trying to go down there again? Another group of billionaires is trying to go down to the Titanic.
Hopefully they've decided hopefully they've decided to use technology that already exists, or B, it's people I don't like, which is most billionaires. So,
this is very true.
97.5% of billionaires, because it's impossible to have that much money and be a good person.
Correct.
It's literally impossible.
We don't have the Our Podcast button here, which is really sad.
I mean, It's just a fact. You are
It is a fact.
climbing over somebody else's
But
corpse
still,
to have $1 billion.
I miss having the Our Podcast
I know.
button. We'll have to install that
Yeah.
between now and the next episode.
Because it comes up an
Some
awful
viewers
lot.
may find the
We
following
discussed
footage
this,
deeply disturbing.
There's a lot of
It's almost-
dystopia. and
It's almost like there's.
filter.
It's almost like it's a vessel to say something about the society that we live in.
right?
Crazy. Who would have thought? I
This-
love this guy and his cat rat.
Oh, I do. That's my
Wild
favorite parent.
giraffe.
He's the conspiracy theorist. But what's this whole thing is just because some of them are crazy doesn't mean all of them are crazy. He says something like that.
Well, who's that comedian who was like, "It's a red flag if you don't believe in any conspiracy theories,
I don't know, but it's a good point. You have to believe in at least one.
because otherwise you think the government is just batting 1,000 and telling us the whole truth."
Always telling us the whole truth, which is provably false. Even just with like
Because
security secrets.
every 50 years, the CIA releases a bunch of papers that says, "Yeah, we did it. What are you going to do about it?"
It's too late now. What do you do? This country exists because of that, and we're not sorry.
Yeah, essentially. So, believe in some conspiracy theories, just not the racist ones.
I don't know what ones you mean. Yeah. So, after watching this again, I was disappointed with the amount of sci-fi in it, but it's still a good movie. However, coming in at like 220,
It's a little much.
a little much.
So,
So
it's
if
not
you
even-
cut out all of the sci-fi,
Yeah.
and a little bit of the side plot build up, cut it down to a cool 150. So cut
150,
about half an hour.
145. Cut half an
About
hour,
half an hour.
and then dial up the intensity of some of the
Ooh,
sequences.
yeah.
You
Use that
you're
time.
cooking.
This is tense underwater thriller.
Here's the thing though, it's never a good sign when you're watching a movie and the thought, "Damn, how much longer," crosses your mind.
Yeah, when I have to
Because I
like
did
push
have
up and
that-
see how much time is left.
Because I did have that moment, and that never works. It's never a good thing. Never a good moment to have.
Again, even though I was excited to rewatch this movie, I still, with the shoehorned resurrection of their love life, was not necessary.
Hated that.
It just did not need it.
Didn't need to. James Cameron strikes me as a guy who thinks he really knows how to write women, and just
No, yeah, no. I'm trying to think of a James Cameron movie which the woman mattered.
not to be fucking rude, but
I'm not
that's the
saying
way
Luna
he
matter. I'm saying I think James Cameron has trouble making women matter in his
that's
movies.
the way he writes them.
Yeah.
So that bothered me. I can't. And also, there's always the weird attractiveness age gap in movies that I don't like, where it's this beautiful young woman has an older
She's- yeah.
balding husband.
Fucking Ed Harris and that lady? Why?
Yeah, could not fucking tell you. And this happens in and that's a broader cultural critique, not just a flaw of this movie particularly.
Right.
That's such a common thing.
Why these crazy age gaps? You know what it is though? It's what is it? Where they're trying to wish fulfillment.
Yeah.
They wish they could get these young women.
So they write a
So
guy
they write
who's
this
like-
bald ass guy.
they write some bald ass guy who's their age getting that woman.
There's a sitcom trope. Once the '80s died down and the moms
Oh,
came
yeah.
back to life,
It's
in
always
the '90s, it's always an ugly fat husband,
with the
You
smoking
smoke
hot wife.
smoke show of a wife, and you're like, "What the fuck is
And
happening here?"
it's even in animated series, like fucking Family Guy.
Yes, it's pervasive. That's what started in the '90s, because in the '80s all the moms died, and there's a big theory on why that is.
I would love to hear that.
So it's mostly moms, but there were some where the dad was gone or dead. And what it is that in the 70s they changed the divorce laws, and so divorce numbers were going up, and so they had a lot of split family homes.
Mhm.
And so the theory is they made all these family shows with single parent homes exclusively to normalize and make that more approachable. Because people that have those parents can go, "Oh, that must suck if one of your parents." But people who have divorced parents can go, "Oh, I only have one parent. I associate with that."
Yeah. All right, noted.
Kind of-
That bunk must suck.
That top one right
Getting
there.
top bunk on this fucking rig.
It's like this.
You your face is this close to the
I mean, that's
ceiling.
good for the rat.
Great for the rat. And I mean, I'm very concerned about I was going to be so upset.
That's a well-written female character, the rat.
The rat's a girl.
Yes, because he makes a stink about that later.
As he should.
When the one guy's trying to drown it in the breed liquid, which is real.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I did know that.
Yeah. And he keeps saying he. The owner, what's his name?
Hippie,
yes. He's like, she, her, her. Every time he says something, he corrects
You're not going to disrespect that man's fucking rat.
That is his best friend, his soulmate.
I love it. I did love the fun, unexplained nicknames that everybody has.
Yeah. Yeah, like they call that guy Cat the whole time. At first I thought they were saying
for catfish.
Yes, I thought they were saying Cap because he wears a hat. Then I realized it was Cat, and then they call him Catfish. I'm like, why though?
Why not?
I mean, he's
Is that girl
swimming
one
or
night?
something? Yeah, why is she one night?
I'm assuming some joke about a one-night stand.
Or one night in this town, something crazy happened.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows? See,
Like,
that's something more they could have put into the background. Is
they
maybe
could have put a little bit background into the characters, but I appreciate that they they give it to you anyway, because it's like, oh yeah, if you're in this situation, like if all these people really were in this situation, they probably would have crazy fucking nicknames for each other and a billion different stories.
I don't think that they wrote the character of One Night very well, and it makes me sad because, like, hey, let's give a role to this person of color, and then write nothing for her.
Yeah, it was very token.
Yeah, 100%. I was like, any other character could have also been your token, but you chose the one you weren't going to put any effort into writing.
Yeah, could have done a little better there, bud.
Just got 4 speaking lines the whole movie. Mm-hmm. I see what you did there, James Cameron. Yeah,
I can't really say I've ever been a James Cameron fan. I mean, a bitch loves Titanic, but
as a bitch should, you know. But James Cameron does some good stuff.
Some good stuff, but he also strikes me as a guy who thinks he's the best thing that's ever happened to filmmaking. And
I definitely think he's full of himself.
He seems extremely full of himself. I do not get good vibes from him.
I think James Cameron will be the first director to actually film in space.
Okay, I can see that happening.
Didn't he do Apollo 13? And the way he did that was the Bond comic.
You know who would have filmed in space if he could have?
Who?
Kubrick.
Oh,
that fucking stickler.
100%. That man would have shot on the moon in a heartbeat.
Which is why this is my favorite conspiracy theory in the world, because it's net zero. The government originally wanted to hire Stanley Kubrick to fake the moon landing, but he insisted that they shoot on location, so they just went ahead with the space program.
I love that. I love the debunking of that, because it's mathematically provable that it was easier to land on the moon.
Why am I mackerel? I mean, I like being called Mac. That's kind of cool.
Halibut.
I mean,
I'm all right.
I'll take Mac.
Mac and Hal. All right.
New podcast title.
Oh my god. We just watched adventure films.
Honestly, that's a show right there.
Yeah. Well, Epic Adventures with Mac and Hal.
Yeah.
That actually sounds good to me.
If this fucking network ever becomes a career thing for me, we will do that.
Epic Adventures with Mac and Hal.
And you'll have to have watched Regrettable Reviews to understand it, because
you're not going to explain it,
because there's too much lore,
and we're not going to call each other Mac and Hal on the show. It's just Epic Adventures with Mac and Hal. I'm Arthur, and you're Bridget, and they're going to be who are Mac and Hal,
and you'll never know.
You'll never know, because you're not a real one.
Yeah, because you're not a real one.
Again,
yeah,
I regret picking this. Shockingly, since that's our whole shtick. Oh, this was kind of interesting. Why bother?
Because it's a plant and payoff for later when the ring saves his hand from being caught in the door.
I know, but
that's the only reason this happens.
We didn't have to throw it out for that to happen.
No.
Or get blue stained hand for that to happen.
He could have chucked it on his bed or something, all right, no, I will put it back on or whatever. You didn't have to do this.
But I guess they're really just trying to show he's still invested in the relationship. She's the one who's given up.
Yeah.
Again, because James Cameron
doesn't know how to
assumes all women are bad. I mean, even Titanic, bless that movie. Rose is a spoiled rich girl who decides she wants to just do other things with her life. I'm not saying that the husband they picked for her was a good husband.
No, he was not.
He was a piece of shit. But she, could have stood
Oh,
up for
what's
herself in a
fucking
different
face?
way.
Billy Zane, though.
Fuck it, Billy Zane Fox. Oh,
Oh, you haven't watched Twin Peaks.
no, I have not.
He's in Twin Peaks. It's like a 90. When was Titanic? 97?
Okay.
It's a pre-Titanic Billy Zane. It's Twin Peaks. That shows some. Thank you. It's never good when somebody steps in and is like, "You answer to me right now." Like that's never the setup for a movie where something good happens.
Right. You just know, look, but we know the equipment. That's not how this is going to work. In fact, we were just told that's not how this is going to work. We were told we could say no to you and cancel this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're here and you're telling us we can't.
Which is such bullshit because, like, as a person who has even like peripherally worked on like a construction site, if there's a crane up, every single person on that job is allowed to say, like, this is not safe.
The lowest person is allowed to go, I'm not comfortable. We need to rethink this. And the most they can be resisted is like, okay, then you leave.
Yeah.
That's the most resistance they'll
Mhm.
get. But again, if police are pursuing a criminal onto a construction
This
site,
would compel me to murder.
yeah, he just watches it happen.
Yeah, this guy just takes his fucking rat and drowns her.
Yeah.
I would have, like, my hands would have been around that man's throat if he took my rat. Like,
Yeah, that's also
immediately.
unrealistic right there, yeah. Like, there's no way this man would have let him do this.
No. And again, it's just the plant and payoff of later.
Right. When they have to use this for the other thing. Again, James Cameron doing shit just because he likes to do shit.
Yeah.
He wanted Ed Harris to breathe water.
So he had Ed Harris breathe
So
water.
he had Ed Harris breathe water. Yeah. We want.
I swear to God, Ed Harris was in some other shit. I mean, like, he's been in a million things, but I'm just trying to remember where I know him from. It'll come to me. Or maybe it won't. Who knows? Stay tuned to see.
My brain is blanking right now. He's in a million things. He was in Westworld.
I haven't seen Westworld.
Oh, okay. Not the movie, the TV show from the 2000s.
Why? Was he in fucking Chernobyl? Why is my brain insisting?
Ed Harris has been in 8 gajillion things. Oh, he was also with Michael Biehn in The Rock.
Oh.
Not that you've seen that movie either.
No, I have not.
Classic action movie. Solid 10 out of 10. Nicolas Cage being very Nicolas Cage.
You know Nicolas Cage is the fucking patron saint of fighting with friends.
Yeah. I mean, I think you guys could do The Rock and enjoy that as a fun thing to talk about.
Noted. All of these underwater sequences, I will say, are riveting to watch.
Yeah.
Just because of all the technology that has to go into it. Like, knowing that this shit was at, like, this isn't CGI.
No,
fucking awesome.
James Cameron didn't believe in that until he wanted blue.
Yeah, until he wanted blue
lizard people with tail penises.
What an odd movie that is. The more you think about it,
everything about it just sounds so stupid. So the sexual organ is also how they control animals.
Yes.
So you put your dick into a pterodactyl to fly.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Can't say I'm nuts about it.
Yeah. I think this movie is. So if I was judging it as a sci-fi movie, my rating is considerably lower. If it's just like, how does it do inside of sci-fi? If I'm judging it just as a movie, and I go, oh, well, it doesn't execute on the sci-fi, but it's a pretty good overall movie, it's slightly higher. And if I block out my brain all of that stuff out and just have the non-sci-fi stuff, it's a little bit higher.
Which, it's never a good thing when you're having to peel back layers from the movie.
Just go ahead and take that out, and suddenly, oh yeah,
now it's palatable.
That's a pretty good movie now. That's how you get to an 8.
Yeah, never a good thing. But, yeah. This is another thing where I'm just like, it's kind of like, when you take it overall without like stripping back, like, oh, this has really great elements of this, like, good.
Right. It just feels like he should have focused on the sci-fi or the survival thriller,
Yeah, pick one.
and most of this is the survival thriller.
Mhm.
So he was 99% of the way there.
Yeah, and just didn't take the final step.
It could have been a survival thriller horror instead of a kind of goofy type of sci-fi
Mm.
or adventure sci-fi.
You know what? Watching this kept reminding me of. Have you ever played Subnautica?
No.
Ooh, great game. But this whole thing, that Subnautica provides, especially because in Subnautica you crash land into an ocean planet,
Oh,
so like does a much better job with the alien thing
yeah.
because you're on an alien world that's like mostly ocean.
Oh, very cool.
Great game.
Steam?
Yes.
I'll have to check it out.
I'm
We should do it sometimes, like sci-fi games.
Sci-fi games could be a very fun parties. I play a shit ton of sci-fi games,
Right.
especially if we're like, I know this is like the face of the post-apocalyptic genre, but if we're talking Fallout, boy, that's science
I
fiction.
just started replaying Fallout 4.
Fallout 4. Mwah,
I got
favorite game.
the Exo 2 armor,
Nice.
then I got Hellfire armor, and then Exo 2 is better, so I sold Hellfire armor.
One of my settlements in Fallout 4 is just a display location for all of my power armor.
Nice. So for me, here's what I did. I started the game, and I hadn't played it in forever, so there's all these new extra quests added on.
Oh, the DLC for that game is great.
So I started a new game, and I was like, I'm supposed to go to Concord. No.
No thanks.
There's all these other quests I can do. So I have the Exo 2 armor. I haven't been to Concord yet. I don't have settlements.
Oh,
I have not. I'm just wandering around.
I have put almost 500 hours into one save.
That's awesome.
I love.
I'm at like
Fallout
18
4
hours, I think, right now.
so much.
What I did is I was getting so many quests, is I now prioritize them. They're all marked, and it's whichever one is closest to me. That's what I'm doing next.
I like it.
So
I'm like running out of quests.
I still have Infinity Quests because, again, I haven't even really started the main one.
And also, this was pissing me off today. Like Bethesda, my beloved, stop fucking re-releasing Skyrim and fix some of the bugs that are in your other games.
You don't need to re-release Skyrim. You did a bunch of good stuff with the release, and there's modding available. People will fix it on their own. Re-release other games that could use,
Love.
if you.
Not that Fallout 4 really needs anything, but there are. Like,
Oh no, there's things you could remaster Fallout 4 and people would buy it again.
I mean, I would, but that's also because like you could sell that game to me a million different ways. Like,
Right.
So that's kind of a me
So you
personally.
remaster it, and it comes with all the DLC that have ever existed. It comes with these expanded things and those expanded things, and a little bit more customizability in this way or that way. And magically, all of a sudden, people are like, "Yes, I will spend $80 or $100 on this 2-decade-old
And you know
game."
the worst thing is,
Not really, but
I would.
I would.
I absolutely would. You know what else needs a remaster? New Vegas, man. What the hell is up with that?
I never played that.
Great game. Haven't finished it yet, but having a wonderful time.
For me, the same thing for me applies to video games as does to movies. Don't keep remaking or re-releasing the same movies as remasters. Go back to something that you tried and failed at.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again. So, like, a perfect example, Aragon is based on a book.
Oh my god,
It's
I read
executed
that book.
horribly.
I never watched the movie. I'll believe that.
It's fine. If you've never read the books, it's like whatever.
Mhm.
If you have, apparently it's insulting.
Noted. All right.
So redo that. I don't need another fucking Hobbit or Lord of the Rings show.
There was some. I swear I have an excellent example, like of a movie that just really needs a remake. Like someone needs to actually. You know what it was? It was fucking Repo.
Yeah, okay, that could do with a re-release where they kind of like fix some of the problems with it.
I want somebody with a musical theater background to take another crack at that movie.
Yeah,
and I think that would do wonderful things for it.
And then do the same thing for video games. So I don't need another Fallout. You know what probably could use a modernized, complete remake in the. I don't know. And that's what happens later in the movie.
There you go.
Actually, it doesn't, but it's fun to say. So, like Fallout 2 redone in the modern style, like recreate Fallout 2 in Fallout 4.
With yeah, because like Fallout 1, unless you're really into like that.
No, that's a series where you don't need to go back to 1.
Yeah, but like unless you're really into that type of game specifically, like that layout of game, you're gonna have
I feel the same way about
my whole opinion.
Ocarina of Time. This is one where, okay, that's not a bad game, but remaster it in the modern technology. Don't just re-release the game with slightly updated graphics. You have the technology. Just port it over.
Yeah. Never a great thing when you can spend a lot of time talking about video games and still come back to this and like.
I'm trying to stretch out before we actually put numbers on it, but honestly, I think we should just throw numbers.
There's so little to talk about for a 2.5-hour movie.
Well, because we want to talk about sci-fi, and this is just not that.
Yeah.
And I just don't. If I accidentally watched this as sci-fi, because it had that one tag, I'd say, "Oh, that's on me. I should have done a little bit more research."
Mm-hmm.
But this is like always been hailed as a great sci-fi film, and it's barely that. Who chose
saying that?
Like, it's on lists for great atmospheric sci-fi movies.
Atmospheric, I'll absolutely give them, because like everything in front of you is on screen, which is amazing, or like everything on screen in front of you was in front of a camera, which is awesome, and like it really does kind of take you down to like a different world, like shooting on these like submarines and stuff, which is super cool.
But there's just no sci-fi.
Yeah, there's just so very little actual sci-fi. Atmospheric, yes. Sci-fi,
If we were to recreate the movie the way we talk about, I'd call it an 8. If I was to watch this as just a movie and it wasn't for a sci-fi review, maybe if it's just I'm watching this movie, I'd be like, oh, this is a little weird. I might call it like a 6 because I'd rewatch it.
I don't know.
In the case of like a film,
I don't know if I'd be particularly like jonesing to rewatch it, but I think it is rewatchable.
Right. 6 to me, is like I wouldn't have any thoughts if it was on. I'd be like, yeah, cool. Yeah. Or if I'm like struggling to find something to watch, and then this pops up, all right, whatever, I'll watch that.
Yeah, fine.
But from the idea that it's supposed to be a sci-fi film, I don't need it to be, but that's what it's billed as.
Yeah.
Like a 4?
Yeah. This is like a 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like I wouldn't rewatch this for sci-fi.
There's so little sci-fi happening.
This would feel more of the atmospheric tension kind of movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I want a deep underwater...
I want the tension dialed up, though.
Yeah. But if I want an underwater atmospheric horror film, then I'm going to watch Sphere.
Never seen it.
That's on the list for us, for sure.
Noted. Yeah, you know what I want? I want take away the sci-fi. Underwater survival. I want this, but I want it R-rated.
Okay. Yeah.
Because then I think you can dial up the intensity of a lot of things and make it much more entertaining.
We just saw the alien for the second time in the movie.
And let's see, how long has it been?
Half an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't joking. And then it will be another half an hour till we see them again.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will be another hour after that. Because the next time we see them is not even them. It's the water tentacle thing.
Yes.
Which is
the effects for that were kind of cool.
Yeah, that was a really cool effect.
Like they did a good job with like the particle physics and stuff.
But they also like don't play into that at all. That's like a plot point that does not matter ever again.
Nothing. It goes nowhere. Like it's cool looking and it goes nowhere, which sucks.
The only other time they use it in the movie is when they part the seas inside their ship so that Bud can breathe.
Oh yeah.
That's it. That's the only other time.
You know who she kind of looks like? Like a young Anne Bancroft.
I don't know that I know that name off the top of my head.
Have you ever seen The Graduate?
Like the old movie with Dustin Hoffman, The Graduate?
Yeah.
I think I have.
Like a young Mrs. Robinson. Oh. Anyway, not that it matters.
Yeah, so 4 seems pretty consensus.
And for what it does for science fiction, jack shit.
Well, yeah, because they don't do any science fiction.
Yeah,
like
they do
nobody
minimal
used this
science
as their
fiction.
inspiration, except if I find out that I don't know if Sphere might be based on a book. If it is, it's probably Michael Crichton.
Sure.
That sounds right to me, but I might be wrong. But if it's not, or if that book that it is based on came out after this, and I were to then find out that they were inspired by this to do it better, I would believe that, because it is a deep sea atmospheric thriller where they're trapped on. I don't want to spoil too much in case we watch it, but
noted.
It's pretty cool.
Love the fucking Garfield stuck to
I know, but it makes it feel real.
It does feel real because, like,
it's the little things.
Like, I can picture so much just like dumb shit, like, you know, being graffitied on the walls of like this place where people are like forced to hang out together.
Well, earlier when Hippie was talking with Catfish, and he made fun of him and dumped cereal down his back.
Yeah, like that's real.
It's a weird scene, but it's so real. These are clearly people who work together.
Have you ever seen?
Sphere was based on a Michael Crichton novel. The novel came out 2 years before this. Oh.
Okay, noted.
So maybe this was based on that just badly.
The Garfield thing just reminded me. I saw this tweet once where someone was like, "I've had this picture of Ma, like the fucking Octavia Spencer movie. I've had this picture of her up in my bathroom for so long that I forgot why it's there."
Oh, no.
And it's just like her holding the gun.
Okay. All right.
And that just makes me laugh because people do things like that. Sometimes you just get Garfield on the window or Ma in your bathroom.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, hate this guy's mustache. It gives him awful vibes.
It's so bad. It's that mustache says I'm either in a motorcycle gang, I am a police officer who definitely beats my wife.
40%.
Or both.
Yeah. Yep. Why not both?
We're being honest. Seems like
if we're being completely honest here. Yeah, for what it does for science fiction, fucking two.
Yeah, like maybe some people were inspired to try and do more practical effects or add more atmosphere because of this. Maybe. And if that's the case, where they're like, oh yeah, we can't just get away with goofy CGI. This James Cameron guy's really making it difficult for us to get away with that. We have to put more effort in.
Okay.
If that happened, yeah, that's where the 2 comes from. Is I'm giving credit for that.
For a hypothetical scenario that may have happened.
That's the only points you're getting, sir.
Which, again, not a great sign.
No. We've been doing this a lot where we end up with a movie that could have been 2 different movies.
Yeah.
And would have been better for both.
And I wonder if it's something specific about sci-fi as a genre that lends itself to that. Or, like, especially if you try to do, like, kind of, like, light science fiction where, like, oh, there's some, like, this isn't like, oh my god, we're in space and there's laser pistols, where, like, you know, there's some science fiction elements. I feel like you could always take the science fiction elements of this movie and dial it up into a whole nother thing where there's, like, like where it shows, you know, the aliens coming down from space into the ocean, or we're on an alien planet in the ocean, or, like, you know, you've got concepts that you can work with to make a bigger, much more overtly science fiction film. And then that leaves you with the bones of an action, thriller, suspense, what have you.
I think a lot of times, it maybe is the case with this, is they're trying to retell a different story, and they're trying to shoehorn in a sci-fi lens to it. You know, imagine if Star Wars wasn't ripping off 100 things, but just one thing.
Yeah.
Like, how bad would Star Wars be if it was just ripping off one thing?
Yeah, it would suck.
Right. But because they've ripped off 100 things, and from that built their own individual thing.
And also, let's not forget here that there are, 7 stories total?
Is it 7? Yeah, 7. You're right. Yeah. Everything else is some mixture of them.
Yeah.
That's like what, a Chinese proverb or something?
Really?
That's right. Confucius say.
No, we're not going down that road on this podcast.
Oh, come on. Confucius say a lot of good things.
Anyway.
But yeah, no, this doesn't do a lot.
Does
Sphere you'll enjoy a lot more if we do that one.
I am open to it.
And that one's a Michael Crichton novel, which came out before this, so there's no ripoff, even though there's a lot of similar. Like,
speaking of Michael Crichton, conversation about remakes, I don't think there needs to be another Jurassic Park. However, someone on the TikTok pointed out that if someone's gonna do it, they should make the OG Jurassic Park just a fucking horror movie like the book is.
Yeah. Like, if you're going to just redo the original Jurassic Park as a brutalization of people.
Yeah, just as horrendously violent as the book is.
Yeah. That's unbelievable. I would watch that.
That is something I would definitely watch. What that says about me as a person, who's to say?
I think the better sci-fis out there are the ones that seem somewhat original, but obviously they are retelling. It's true. Pandorum is a good one if you've seen that one.
You know what was pretty good? Annihilation. More fucking Natalie Portman.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Pretty good. Honestly, we can talk about that at some point.
Yeah. We got to get like a Google sheet going.
We do have
just
to
put
get
things down,
a list.
and then we can rank them as they're coming in. We can rank them, and then find what's the most. Who has the most interest in what? My ranked choice. But
ooh, I kind of like that. That could be fun. This is like your werewolf babies.
Yeah.
Maybe the next project.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot easier. So I'm gonna stop my werewolf project for a little while and do that.
There you go.
Yes, my werewolf project breaks my brain.
Noted.
It's really hard because there's a lot of variables where it's like, well, if it's this, then the scores are counted this way. There's a lot of if clauses.
I'm still excited to see this.
It's going to be good, and but it will require user input. It's not the kind of database where it can just say, "This is a 7." It's going to be, what are you trying to watch?
Yeah.
You want to watch a werewolf movie? That's not enough. Is it supposed to be a horror?
Yeah.
Should it also include comedy, or is it a thriller?
No
comedy.
option. Loving the cat just chilling up.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
She's a good girl. What's the other one?
Yes, more kitties, please.
I don't know, but the Abyss, that's why I picked that Nietzsche quote.
Yeah.
I thought that was such a good use of it.
That was pretty good.
Don't stare too long into the Abyss or you'll lose 2.5 hours of your day or some shit.
Yeah. Sounds about right. What have we been up to?
I was on Big Dumb Monsters. I helped host yesterday.
Fun.
We did Santo and the Santo y Blue Demon, Spanish Blue Demon, contra los monstruos. Yeah, his name is literally Blue Demon. Okay. So he was a Mexican lucha libre, but he came to America and started wrestling in America, and he lost the rights to. He wanted to be Blue Demon here, and then he was known as Blue Demon instead of he was Azoius Delanico or something. Whatever. I can't remember the exact Spanish for that, but when he came Blue Demon, he just used that for that. So it's Santo, just says the word Santo, and then Blue Demon is the quote. I love it.
All right, sure, why not? I have been watching The X-Files. So much fun. Love being on this ride again.
Nice.
Feeling so bad for Kyle. Halfway through season 2, he's like, all right, so when does it happen? Oh boy.
Wait, the will they, won't they, when does it happen?
Yeah.
Oh, my sweet summer child. Ooh, it's not the first will they, won't they that
does or does not happen?
Maybe never happens. Maybe does. It's not ever really clear.
but I feel
It's a
bad
big one.
because he's already asking.
Yeah,
It's
well,
halfway through,
season 2.
which just shows like how like down horrendous that man was. Halfway through season 2.
First of all, if I'm on that, if I'm on set with Gillian Anderson, I'm in the writers' room every day saying, you know, it would be a really
You'll
good
be
scene.
great.
You know, I think this is when we could use that scene I pitched you that I
Yeah.
wrote.
Yeah.
Every
single day.
fucking day. I'm slipping $20 bills into
That
people.
show made me bisexual. I think that show made a lot of people bisexual.
Yeah, it's David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson.
Like who? Oh, yeah, it's great. I'm loving rewatching that show.
You know what I'm realizing is David Duchovny fills Jeff Goldblum slot when you want it to be slightly more serious than that. Like any role that either of them has been in, I could picture the other one doing, but only if you're willing to switch slightly in that direction.
I get what you mean.
They're both funny, charming, and have that same screen presence. Mannerisms too, actually. The mannerisms are
Yeah, kinda.
but if you want to be funnier, you probably lean towards the Goldblum. If you want a little bit of dramatic charm, you do it.
I would agree. Yeah, it's also just like blowing me away. Like the fact that one used to get 25 episode long season of TV yearly is fucking nuts. Go back to that. But it's also blowing me away how there's some stretches of even season 1 where it's just banger after banger after banger.
Well, this is back when, writers they had less competition because there weren't infinite number of people just churning out a random ass show. So now you don't take chances. This is the same reason we don't get blockbusters or risky movies anymore because we're not going to spend
Sucks.
we're not going to spend $1 billion on a movie and then have it not pay off. We wouldn't get some of the gems we have in TV shows because after 3 seasons, 4 seasons, David Duchovny is asking for some moolah, and we can just go find another show to do. Yeah, people have such a short attention span to work because they have options everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I love the excessive.
Yeah, that rat survived. I want to be clear here.
The rat does not die. That is very
9 human beings died, other than the submarine. 9 of the human beings out of 13 or 14 die. The rat does not.
Rat. What else is there? Call out. My job. Sometimes it just be like that.
Yeah, it happens. I've been watching Wayward Pines.
I read the book that was based on.
I'm told, I saw it somewhere, that they might be doing a new, not even season of the same show, like a new version of the show that covers the next book.
Interesting. I liked the book because it was so heavily influenced by Twin Peaks.
Okay. Did you watch all or read all 3 books?
I never knew it.
It's watchable so far. I mean, I haven't hated it, but it doesn't make any sense. I'm sure eventually it will.
Okay. Yeah, this was the plant and payoff.
Oh no, yeah. I specifically love that he uses the same advice on this door to save himself that he could use to save the other people. But for the other people, the wires were on their side of the door.
Yeah.
Him, they're on the other side of the door? That's awful lucky.
I don't know.
Awful lucky. Okay. Also, he just risked everyone's life to save his own life.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, he was willing to risk everyone's life to save the other people.
I will give him that. Do we want to talk about what we maybe want to do for next week? Or not next week, the next episode.
So, coming off the low of this, I think that Sphere would be a good one to do this right. But if we don't want to do that and put a cap in that and come back to it later, there's a movie I have never seen that we talked about last week on Big Dumb Monsters that apparently is very troubling. One particular scene.
Define troubling.
Like, it's hard to watch and
Okay.
like traumatizing for children that watched it. It's Fire in the Sky.
Kyle is a big fan of that movie.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
That sounds like Kyle likes it. It's a pinnacle sci-fi. That's an actual sci-fi, mainstay. It's about alien abductions.
We could do that because I was just gonna make you watch Stalker,
I don't know what that is.
another Tarkovsky movie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
You might not have a choice.
But Fire in the Sky.
Fire. I can fuck with Fire in the Sky.
Okay.
I'm very here for that.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in Sphere and come back to that. But we will talk about this when we talk about Sphere and the differences.
Because we're going to talk about how much better Sphere does it, and I haven't even seen the movie yet.
It definitely does. Better. I'm wondering if he was inspired to make this by Sphere, and this is just a cheap ripoff. You know what I didn't know? So I was watching the new Nosferatu movie.
Oh, love that.
And I haven't seen the old Nosferatu movie. It's so long I really never paid attention because it's...
Define old Nosferatu. Are we talking Herzog or are we talking even older than that?
We're talking 1922 with...
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
Herzog Nosferatu was great.
I don't know which that was.
Werner Herzog? It's from 70-something.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen Possession?
Yeah.
The really hot woman from Possession is in it.
Nice. Well, so I'm watching this one, and I'm actually paying attention because it's not a silent film.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
silent films are not boring.
They're pretty boring.
I love a good silent movie.
They can be entertaining, but the vast majority...
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari is a great movie. It's an extremely entertaining movie.
So as I'm watching the new Nosferatu, I'm like, this is just Dracula. This is just Dracula.
Yeah.
This is just Dracula. And so I ended up looking it up. And literally what it was is in 1922, some dude couldn't get the rights to Dracula.
Yeah.
So he just fucking named him Count Orlok.
And moved on with
Nosferatu. Jonathan Harker became Thomas something else. And just fucking made the film as a absolute blatant ripoff. Mm-hmm. And so now I find myself going, so why are we making remakes of the ripoff? Who fucking cares? I mean, I will say it's literally Bram Stoker's Dracula.
It is literally Dracula, but it is an iconic fucking telling of Dracula.
No, it's literally Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's not an iconic telling. That is the story of Dracula, the book Dracula by Bram Stoker.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that the original Nosferatu is fucking striking.
1990 whatever is Bram Stoker's Dracula. That was a great Dracula movie.
Need to see that.
Oh, it's very good. Gary Oldman is Dracula.
So I've heard.
Yeah,
I like the new Nosferatu quite a bit.
It's fun, it's entertaining, but I find myself just going, why are we remaking the ripoff? I feel like that's, for someone who hates AI so much, we ripped off an artist, and then we just keep remaking the ripoff, generating more income for the guy who ripped off an artist.
I mean, sure. I'm not going to say that there's absolutely zero contradictions in my entire worldview as a human being. Sometimes it just be like that, unfortunately.
Blatant ripoff. Let's remake it 17 more times. Right on the heels of other actual Dracula, content. Just that people get saturated and don't want vampires.
I don't know if people are ever going to not want vampires.
That's true, but are they going to want horror vampires or Twilight vampires?
We go through, society seems to go through phases with what it wants out of its vampires.
True. That is true, actually. The 80s was, early 90s was sexy vampires. Then we went back to scary vampires. Then in the 2000s, we went back to sexy vampires. Now we're starting to get scary vampires again.
And also stupid vampires.
Well, that's fine too, yeah.
Which is great when they're also hot.
What's that one?
What we do in the shadows. It's just a
Oh,
bunch of hot
and
stupid vampires.
The Office with vampires.
Yeah, The Office with vampires. Yeah. I had something I was going to say, and then I completely forgot. It maybe had something to do with Nosferatu, but now we'll never know.
Okay. Well, I guess, we don't need to go through this whole movie because I'm not going to stay captive for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no thank you. Definitely.
We're not even going to make it to the third spot where the aliens show up.
No.
That's how infrequent they are in this movie.
Which, again, if you're saying that you're branding yourself sci-fi, we made it. We just made it.
Oh, I accidentally merged these two in my mind from when the one guy saw it in this.
Oh.
Because they're only like 10 minutes apart. Mm-hmm. Then there's the next half-hour gap. Yeah. So technically, there is one more scene with them.
Ooh, makes such a huge difference.
A weird vagina penis.
Yeah. Something like that.
It's a hollow penis jellyfish.
Yeah. Sure. Fire in the Sky sounds like...
Yeah, it's Fire in the Sky.
I'm excited now because I know that it's based off of like a famous abduction case.
Yeah.
If you're the Scully.
Well, I'm just saying, I would love for some actual evidence and proof, not just.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah. I watch Ancient Aliens, not because I believe or want to believe in that stuff, but because a lot of the times as I'm watching it, I can go, the narrator will be like, is it possible? And I'll be like, no. Or he'd be like, could it have been just something absolutely natural? Yes.
Yeah. Next question. I would describe my stance honestly as I want to believe.
Yeah, I want to believe. I just have no indication that I should.
Yeah, that's fair.
Again, with the vastness of space, even if aliens ever did visit this planet and then they went back to their planet to report on it, it would take them another several thousand years before they made it back here.
I once saw a Tumblr post about how elf porn has to be like years long.
Oh my god. Okay. See, that's the same concept. I got it. Yeah.
Anyway, Tumblr's a great website.
Never use it, but
it's a fucking trip.
Thanks, Tumblr.
Thanks, Tumblr, indeed. But yeah, tune in 2 weeks from now for
Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky. I keep wanting to say High on Fire because I'm going to go see Acid Bath and High on Fire is opening.
I don't know those bands.
Acid Bath is a metal band from probably like 1994. And High on Fire is a stoner metal band, and I have no idea when they were popular because Kyle's the one who's a fan.
So never. You have no idea when they're popular. They might have been popular. Asterisk. Maybe.
Could have been. Who knows? But yeah, that's the thing I've got coming up. I'm going to fucking 4 concerts in September. Woohoo!
Nice.
So that's gonna be fun. Oh, I can hear a doggy whining.
Yeah, she probably wants to go potty.
Oh, okay, well, in that case, should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Since we are, it's the dog's house.
It is. We just live here.
Yeah, it's my cat's. It's my cat's apartment. I just live there.
Right.
All right. What do we got coming up?
Network-wise, nothing this week, and then obviously Monday, Big Dumb Monsters. And then next Saturday, not the Saturday coming up, but on the 6th, is Dark Force Oddities.
Which I might be able to make it to. Yes.
I might go to that. I might not.
Yeah.
It's like a
50-50. That one's still up in the air for me.
And then we don't have anything for a while after that.
But
other than the show.
Playing with Friends on Wednesday, stream on Thursday. We're still going to be doing video games until the end of the month. But I think after that, what we're going to be doing is something that we're calling Silly Spooky Season. As a build-up to actual Spooky Season, we're just going to watch goofy-ass horror movies. Talk about them on stream. We're taking recommendations if you have any.
I think we should do a few extra episodes for Spooky Season. Do only spooky sci-fi movies.
So maybe we save Sphere for that.
Yeah. Yep. a lot more atmospheric than atmospheric thriller, a little bit of horror. But yeah, let's do
We
that.
could definitely use some sci-fi horror. So things to look forward to here on the network. Anything else?
I don't know.
I think we should leave them with our words of wisdom then.
That sounds like a plan.
Don't shake alien eggs.
Never trust the android.